All right, so we are in Notion, and I'm really excited to share this new forms feature that Notion just rolled out. It lets you build and share forms directly within Notion, so you don't have to use any other tools, and it just makes it so much easier to collect information from your clients, team members, or really anyone you work with. You can create custom forms, and then the responses that the people that you share this with fill in here, they are directly sent into your Notion database. And this setup allows you to organize, filter, and interact with those responses without ever leaving your Notion. So today I'm going to walk you through how to create this client intake form right here. You can either follow along and create yours from scratch, or you can copy this exact template right here, and I linked that below this video. All right, so let's create a whole new form. So I'm going to start by clicking this little plus button right here, and that will give us a new page. And you can see down here it says get started with form, so you click that, and that will give you a brand new form page. So you can give your form a name. So we name this client intake form. You can add an icon if you'd like and a cover. So I'm just going to use the exact same things that I used in the template. Change cover, and I use this right here. So this is optional, but you can do this if you'd like. You can also upload a different picture here, like something that has your brand on it, or just like your brand colors or whatever you would like. So that is for the cover. Then you can see we can now customize this to match your client intake needs. You can see the default option right here is to keep it locked, so only members of your own workspace are able to see this form for now. We will change this later, but just so you know what this means. We're going to start by adding, or more editing, our first field. So this will be client name, and it's just a simple, straightforward text field. And if you go to these three dots right here, edit questions, you can see some options. So you have the option to make this question required, which I will go ahead and make this required since we do need their name if they fill this out. You have the option to add a description, and you can make this a longer answer. And then you do want to make sure that you set this question type to text, since this is a text question. And this sync with property name, you can leave this toggled on for now. That just means that your properties that are in your database up here in your, when the responses come in, that the properties will have the same names that you used here in your headings. So then it will be easier for you to know what question corresponds with your property. So that is for that. Let's go to question. Let's just go to the next question. We're gonna go ahead and just continue with email and business name. So we can just go ahead and duplicate this, change this to email, duplicate again, and change it to business name. This one we don't have to make required. Just in case they don't have a business yet, or you don't work with business owners. So this is not required in this specific template. Of course, you can edit this to fit your needs. All right, so next, let's create a multiple choice field for our business type. So I'm gonna use this box that was already here and change it to, it's already set to multiple choice, but you want to go ahead and click multiple choice again. And then it says respondents can select as many as they like. So you can leave this here or update this to describe to them what you would like for them to do. And I will go ahead and just give them some example options here, like freelance, consulting. I think the template has e-commerce and others. So you can add as many options as you'd like here, and they can pick multiple, or if you only want them to be able to pick one, you can click those three dots and you can see you can change here between unlimited and one. So I'm going to leave this as unlimited so they can pick as many as they would like. And then next, to get a better understanding of each client's needs, I would add a text field. So text, and then go ahead and put goals. And these are just open-ended questions, so I could make this a long answer. And I could also add a description here. Let's see if we have one here. Okay, yeah, so we have an example here. So new form right here. So I'll go ahead and add this description in here. And then we can copy, duplicate this again and say current challenges. So they can talk about that in there. In this open-ended question, and then we want to add another multiple choice one. So I'll select multiple choice, and here we can do services requested, and I'm adding some options in here for business coaching, social media. So you can add all the services that you offer. You would add these in here. And then I'm also going to put other option. And if they need something different, they would select this. And this is just a quick way to see and then later to organize in the database what services people are interested in and how you can best help them. And for this other field right here, I'm also going to go ahead and add another text field that just says like other, and then I'll add a description just saying if you selected the other option, please provide more details here. So we have that. And just in case they have specific requests that don't fit neatly into those preset options, then let's add another type of field for timeline expectations. So let's add a date field here, and let's write timeline expectations. So the question type is date, and you can toggle on the end date if you like. So if you go right here, end date, and you can also include the time, but I don't think that's necessary. And so they can add in the description. I'll go ahead and add that they can indicate your required start and end date, and that way this helps me understand any deadlines I might need to consider. And oh yeah, and then you can also add like a note here. Please note that the normal turnaround time for a website rebrand is 3 weeks or something like that, just so they know what to expect, and then you have a better idea here what to do or what to expect. And then we'll add another text field here in case they have any comments about the timeline, or if they need anything specific, or even if they have like maybe something that they have to rush to get done, then they can leave that here in the comment sections. Okay, and then I also gonna go and add a field for the budget. So you might think that you could add a number field here, but I prefer the text field just because knowing the budget up front helps me set realistic expectations, and then you can tailor your service accordingly. And also this is a text field because the number question type won't let you type in a range. Or you can also, I don't think you can add currencies. So if I do a text field, they can just add like $3,000 to $4,000 or something like that. So they have more freedom to type in the answer that they need here. And then finally, I'll add a checkbox. And this is for the client to acknowledge and accept any terms that you might have. And I'll make this one required again, just so they have to check this off before they submit this. And then you can just add a description. And then in the description, you would put your terms here. So I think in the example template, let's take a look. We put like acknowledge and accept the above terms. Thank you for filling out the form. So you can make this required just so they know what happens to the data or any terms that you have that they agree to those. So let's put terms right here. And yeah, so with everything set up, this client intake form would be ready. And I can now share this form. So I know I showed you this earlier so that you can only people that are part of my workspace can access this right now. But to share this form, you would just click on the share form button up here on the right and make sure you change this to anyone on the web with link. And then you can see here you have some extra options if you have the paid version, so you can remove the Notion branding and turn off the anonymous response option, but that's not required to make this form work, so you can use the free version as well. And Notion provides this link for you right here that you can then copy, and then you can send it to your clients, add it to your website, call to action buttons, etc., wherever you want to put it. And let's go to preview to make sure everything looks good. All right, so this is our preview, and yeah, it looks good. So we have this example here looks good, and then I'm going to go ahead and fill this out really quick just so we have an example. Okay, so I filled this out, and if we go to responses, we can see here that this is all nice and organized, and I have all the information I need from my client. So you can see it is automatically populated in the database. So this is really such a seamless way to manage your client intake and streamline the onboarding process. So you can read all their responses, you can sort by what kind of service they requested, you have the time when they submitted this, you have their name. So you can really use this for anything that you'd like. And I love this new feature, and I hope this tutorial was helpful to you.